Hello, everybody, and welcome back to The Rich Life and Happy New Year. I am so excited to kick off 2018 with this topic, how to create a vision board with your kids. As many of you recall, we did a three-part series on vision boarding in December, and I'm so happy to bring this to you today because I think it makes a world of difference when our kids can have something to look forward to that's in front of their faces in terms of their futures. I did my first vision board workshop with students last summer. They were middle school and high school students, and my daughter Riley, who was 4 at the time, insisted on going too. So that was my youngest student ever, and I'm definitely going to show you her vision board. But in terms of age range, the only thing I'll say here is as long as you have a child who can articulate what he or she wants to see in the future, that's all you need. Okay, that's the only requirement here. So the biggest difference between the adult version of vision boarding and the kids version is really, for me, time frame. So for adults, I suggest doing your vision board a year at a time. But for kids, I found that it was really helpful when we talked about their futures in general. So we didn't put a specific timeline on, and that just gave them the permission to dream how they wanted. So the first step is to do a visualization exercise where you have them close their eyes and think about what they want their futures to look like. So that could be, where do you see yourself working? What do you see yourself doing for fun? Who are you with? Where are you living? Where are you driving? So anything that you can do to help them create those mental pictures will be helpful when they actually go and look for those images in magazines. In terms of supplies, you're pretty much using the same things. You've got your board, but I also add markers and crayons and even paints to really spark their creative juices, making this more like an art piece for them, which is so much fun. And of course, your glue stick and your scissors and a good assortment of magazines. It's very important that you have magazines that reflect their interests and also magazines that have photos of people who look like them, right? So if we're having them chart their futures here, we want them to actually see people who look like them doing the things they want to do. So this is Riley's completed board. As you can see, the cutting is fairly decent. That was all me. But in terms of the image selection and the placement, that was all her. And I just want to point out a couple things for you guys. One, she saw the word Hollywood in a magazine and she remembered when we went to visit Hollywood a couple months earlier, and she really loved it. She loved the Walk of Fame in particular. So she saw this and she wanted to put it on her board. How that manifests itself in the future, I'm not sure, but I was just happy that she put it on her board. And she also put Misty Copeland on her board. For those of you who don't know, Misty Copeland is the first African American woman to be a principal in American Ballet Theater, and Riley loves her so much. In 2016, she was Misty Copeland for Halloween, and that costume went viral. And she put Misty Copeland on her board in 2017. In my mind, I'm like, okay, what does this actually mean? We did that last year. I don't know if we can do this again this year, but we did. She was Misty Copeland as the Swan Queen in Swan Lake, and that costume went viral again. And I have to attribute that to, in part at least, to her putting Misty Copeland on her vision board. So again, it's never too early for them to start dreaming and for us to encourage those dreams. So the next step in the process is what I call the debriefing period. This is when you're sitting with the kids and you're talking about what their vision boards look like and what steps they'll need to take to accomplish each dream that they've put on the board. That's where you're connecting the dreams with reality. That's where you'll see how serious they are about the things that they put on their board. And you want them to be serious and you want them to have goals to aspire to. So it's your job to help them map out their version of a strategic plan. And the final step is to put the vision board in a place where they can see it every day. Just like I encourage for all of us, they need that to keep them focused in school and their extracurricular activities and just overall in life. I have this thing that I want to accomplish in my life. Here it is in my face, and every day I'm going to do something to get me closer to what I see. So I hope these tips help you create awesome vision boards with the kids. Definitely let me know how it goes. Let me know if you have any questions, of course, and send me pictures. I love pictures. And definitely make sure you subscribe so you can keep up to date with all of the latest that we've got going on this year. I promise there's going to be some great stuff in 2018, and I want you to be the first to know about it. All right? So until then, take care, everybody, and I'll see you next time at The Riche Life.